Benefit payments can be a lifesaver for many individuals who need some extra help covering the bills. However, more often than not, they do only stretch to covering your essentials. So when a big or unexpected bill does come up, it's easy to feel completely stranded. However, if you're in this situation, you may be able to claim a budgeting loan or advance, and in this video, we'll show you exactly how. Now, the first question you're probably asking is, what are budgeting loans and advances? Both are interest-free loans from the government to help with essential or unexpected costs. The main difference comes from which benefits you're receiving. For a budgeting loan, you need to have been on income support, income-based job seekers allowance, income-related employment and support allowance, or pension credit for at least 6 months. On the other hand, if you're on universal credit, you're looking at a budgeting advance. You'll need to have been receiving it for 6 months unless it's to help you start a new job or stay in work. The minimum you can receive is £100, while the maximum varies depending on your circumstances. For example, if you're single, you could get up to £348. For couples, it's up to £464, and if you have children, it could be as much as £812. However, this is not free money, and any money you claim needs to be paid back, usually through deductions from your benefits. You can use this money for essential items like furniture, household appliances, clothes, or even costs related to getting a new job. It can also cover things like rent deposits, moving costs, or funeral expenses. The application process is luckily pretty straightforward. For a budgeting loan, you can apply online at gov.uk or by post. For a budgeting advance, you can update your Universal Credit Journal, contact your local Job Center Plus, or call the Universal Credit Helpline. You'll often hear back on the same day if you're applying for a budgeting advance, whereas for a budgeting loan, the wait time is usually between 7 and 21 days. You will have 2 years to repay your loan, and thankfully, these loans don't come with any interest, so you'll only be paying back what you borrowed initially. Taking out a budgeting loan or advance is a big decision, so it's a good idea to weigh up the pros and cons before you make up your mind. On the plus side, it's interest-free, which makes it much cheaper than many other forms of borrowing. It can also be easier to get if you have a poor credit score. On the downside, it will reduce your benefit payments while you're paying it back, and there are limits to how much you can borrow. Ultimately, for the right people, a budgeting loan or advance could be a lifesaver and a way to borrow a larger sum of cash interest-free. However, they're not without their drawbacks, so make sure to weigh up all your options before making a decision. And for a more detailed guide on budgeting loans and advances, make sure to check out our full guide on the Afforda website.